Hi everyone, it's Matthew Glazier here from WhatAcca.com. Looking ahead to Premier League Game Week 4, another 10 matches to preview. You're going to get a betting tip and a correct score. So let's see if we can continue our strong start to the season. Starting at St Mary's, where Southampton take on Manchester United. We're going to go for Southampton or the draw on the double chance market. We think Manchester United are not necessarily showed a huge upturn in form just simply because they beat Liverpool. Let's not forget that they were beaten handsomely 4-0 at Brentford in their first away game of the season. Southampton have shown some spirited performances. They came from 2-0 down to draw with Leeds. They came from behind to win at Leicester. Lots of character within that team, I would suggest. Southampton or draw looks like the best bet here. We go for something like a 2-2 scoreline. Moving on to the action between Brentford and Everton, we're going to go Brentford to win this game. They're hovering around the even money mark at the moment, which looks like a value price. As mentioned, that 4-0 win over Man United was impressive. They'd previously drawn 2-2 away to Leicester and were only just came out on the wrong end of a 3-2 defeat at Fulham. So lots of goals in that Bees team at the moment. Not that you can say that about Everton, who have only scored two goals so far in their 3 matches. They were beaten at Aston Villa in their first away game, turned over by Chelsea at home, nicked a draw against Nottingham Forest. They don't look like they're in particularly great shape. Brentford to win this game, something like a 2-0. Brighton go up against Leeds. Brighton really didn't win that many home matches last season, and despite having started the season strongly, both of their wins came away from home, and perhaps their style of football is just better suited to away games. Leeds are also unbeaten so far this season. They had a brilliant 3-0 win at Chelsea last week. It's going to be a bit tougher in this game, I would imagine, but they possibly could keep Brighton, keep a lid on the Brighton attack. So we're going to go for under 2.5 goals, something like a 1-1 scoreline. Chelsea go up against Leicester City, missing Kalidou Koulibaly, who got sent off at Ellen Road. Leicester are in all sorts of trouble, really. It looks like Wesley Fofana might have joined Chelsea by the time this match is played. Yuri Tielemans is looking for a move away. A bit of a clubbing crisis at the King Power. So we're going to give a Chelsea and both teams to score yes. Leicester tend to find the net in their games, including 2 goals at the Emirates, but Chelsea showed plenty of prowess and should bounce back from that defeat at Leeds, something like a 3-1 win to Chelsea. Liverpool go up against Bournemouth. Obviously, Liverpool without a win so far this season, which is remarkable after 3 games based on their previous few seasons where they've been pushing Manchester City and winning the league title. We're going to go for Bournemouth plus 2.5 on the Asian handicap. Scott Parker's side were handsomely beaten at the Etihad and well beaten by Arsenal, but the way in which Liverpool are at the moment means that Bournemouth will feel a degree of confidence that they can sort of nullify their opponents at the early stages, and Liverpool will be all about just getting that win on the board. Something like a 2-1 win, but Bournemouth 2.5 plus 2.5 goals could be the way to play this. Manchester City go up against Crystal Palace. We're going to go for Crystal Palace plus 2.5 on the Asian handicap, same as the Bournemouth bet. We think the Eagles are capable of, they won this fixture last season, and Patrick Vieira has already got a blueprint for how to approach this game based on the fact that they took the lead at Anfield and held out for a 1-1 draw relatively comfortably, admittedly against 10 men. This might be a tougher assignment, but we're confident that Palace can certainly adopt a good defensive game plan against City, and plus 2.5 goals, a 2-1 winning scoreline for City, I think, on this one. Saturday tea time game is at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal, 100% record so far, take on Fulham. We're going to go for Arsenal to continue that 100% record, but Arsenal and both teams to score looks like a better bet than just backing Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus is producing moments of magic in every game at the moment and looking like an outstanding acquisition. So too Alexander Zinchenko from the same club, from City. Arsenal they've had a reasonably easy start to the season fixture-wise, but all they can do is keep winning their games, getting points on the board. Fulham have shown plenty of prowess in front of goal at Craven Cottage. They've got a 0-0 at Molineux, but we think they'll just be scoring consolation goals here, something like a 4-2. 3 Sunday games, starting with the game at Villa Park between Villa and West Ham. Under 2.5 goals could be the way to play this. Both teams have made a slow start to the season. The Hams are without a goal and a point. They'll want to get draw as a bare minimum in this game, and that could lead to quite a tight encounter against a Villa side who've lost 2 games on the bounce, away from home, having beaten Everton by a cylinder margin. So under 2.5 goals, a 1-1 scoreline, which would probably please neither manager. Wolverhampton Wanderers go up against Newcastle. We're going for another tight game in this, but we think that Newcastle draw no bet could be the way to play this. Newcastle are unbeaten after 3 games played. That includes a trip to Brighton and a home game against Manchester City. Alan St Maximin was absolutely outstanding against Manchester City. We see no reason why Newcastle would lose this game against the Wolves side, who are really short of goals. Newcastle draw no bet, and maybe a 1-0 winning scoreline to the visitors. Final game is at the City Ground between Nottingham Forest and Tottenham. That's the 4:30 game. We're going to go for both teams to score yes. Forest carved out plenty of chances and scored at Everton, having scored against West Ham in their first home match. Tottenham scored 4 goals and then 2 against Chelsea, and then 1 winning goal against Wolves, so they've scored in all 3 games so far. The amount of chances that West Ham had at the City Ground a fortnight ago suggests that Tottenham will score. Obviously, West Ham missed that penalty. We'll go both teams to score yes. Good one for the coupon on Sunday, and Tottenham to potentially win the game 2-1. Those are the predictions and correct score tips for this coming weekend, all 10 games. Head over to WhatAcca.com now. You'll see betting tips live, whatever day you're watching this video, and hopefully you'll be able to follow us in with a bet of the day, WhatAcca, both teams to score ACCA, or a bet builder. Hopefully we'll get some decent returns this weekend, and we'll be back to preview the midweek action next week. Cheers, guys.